All right, so the mystery puzzle is actually right back here behind me. So in the middle is this thing right here. Well, I was just cruising down the road looking for a camp spot, and I saw this leaning against this tree, and we kind of need to do this quickly, and that's a big ass juniper tree right there. All right, found us a great little spot to camp. And that's it. Dinner is served. We will see you guys in the morning for breakfast. All right, good morning, everybody. It's about 8:20 in the morning. This is part two, and in part two, the goal of this one is we're gonna go find something in the desert that I've seen before at the end of a road, and it doesn't look that old, but I think it's really weird. And I didn't have the guts to actually go down the road because I wasn't sure if the thing was occupied. But this time I'm actually gonna go down and see exactly what it is. And according to the satellite, it looks like some kind of a rectangle structure of some kind with maybe possibly a water tower next to it. But along the way between here and there's a lot of stuff to see, and then we're going to stay the night over in Got Whiskey Camp, which is not really a campground. It's a place that people call Got Whiskey Camp, so I'm going to stay over there. And we'll be alone. No one's going to be out there. All right, so here's the plan for this morning. We're going to go ahead and put down our tent, warm up the Bronco, and then we're gonna have a granola bar and coffee while on the trail, and then we're gonna make our way down the road because we have about 30 miles to go today, and this is completely frozen. This is my water jug, so I can't shower or really do a whole lot because until this thaws, I'm waterless. Go ahead and get everything packed up, and then I'll meet up with you guys again in the Bronco when we make our way to our first destination. And the tree that was right next to my Bronco the entire night had actually some pretty cool stuff on it, but when I got here it was so dark I couldn't see it. What we have, it says here, CD Chet was here 2023 with a pair of Chet sunglasses, some old steps going up this tree, and then there's a bunch of like a tree fort looking thing up here. So pretty cool. Just one of those little things in the desert that just sometimes don't make any sense. What we're going to do right now is just a little bit of map recon to kind of give you an idea on what we're going to be looking at today. So our goal for today is to follow this blue line here, which is going to be roughly about 20 to 30 miles. And we're going to follow it all the way across up to here where we're going to camp for tonight. All right, so this is exactly the spot where I put a marker to explore. But there's this fence here, and it runs all the way down there. And it looks like it cuts back there also. So I'm gonna spend quite a bit of time here walking around, and if I see anything interesting, I'm gonna show it to you. Hopefully it's a homestead, not just a big ass corral. Ooh, here's what I'm looking for. That's a good sign. That right there is an old stove jack. Here we go. Looks like an old fuel can of some kind. This is a whole bunch of strap buckles, belt buckles, things like that. These cans, old Pepsi can right here. If people came out here a lot, these would be long gone. Shasta swing soda. Here's a big old glob of what looks to be possibly melted glass. So there's a chance that this place burnt down. Something with gears on it. Maybe an old clock. Here's an old coffee pot. You can see the spout right here. All right, I think we may have come across one of the structures right here. All this wood. It's kind of off the road a little bit, but a lot of wood. Yeah, you can see here there's a whole bunch of chicken wire wrapped around this tree, a big pile of it here, all around these boards. So I'm thinking this was more of a chicken coop barn type thing. So right there's the coffee pot we looked at earlier. If you look here, there's charcoal kind of all around where all this stuff is. Lots of charcoal. So I'm wondering if this place did burn down. So this is kind of cool. Big old heavy cooking pot or bucket of some kind, but they use barbed wire as a handle because it's not like you can go to Home Depot. And so here's kind of an interesting piece. It's a can, pull top can, but it's got this wire from it as if they were hanging it to cook something in or warm it up, but that wouldn't make any sense because it's got the pull top, but who knows? All right, so we spent a couple hours here and I think we've kind of figured out what happened here. So I'm gonna give you my best guess is 1900s because they're all pull top cans. And because there's charring everywhere and little bits of charring and I can't find a home anywhere, I'm gonna have to say that it burnt down. The only thing is I'm not finding a foundation at all, but you know, they may have done it a different way, but I think the house burnt. The barn just fell down back there. This was the cellar which burnt. And then all around us is just fencing and cans and things like that for cattle or horses, whatever they did here. So that's my conclusion of the spot. All right, so now we are officially turning around and heading down the road to see what else we can find. So in case you guys were all wondering why I keep these guns back here, ooh, there's cans right there. I'm gonna stop here because I'm actually gonna look around. But that revolver has a pest control shot in it, so it's a 22 mag, and I shoot. It's mainly for snakes. But I was just driving down the trail, and I am way out here, and way out in the junipers, with no tracks leading out to it. I saw the tailgate of a Chevy truck. You really gotta be able to defend yourself out here because you don't know what people are doing. They might be good people that are just camping. It might be bad people doing things they shouldn't be doing. But when you're this far out, you really need to just be self-reliant, and having a gun with you is a good idea. But I'm going to take a look at this can that I just found on the side of the road here. Just kind of an unusual pile of cans out there for no reason, but I'm kind of close to where that guy's tailgate was, so I kind of don't want to walk around too much, but maybe we'll come back here another day and explore that a little more. All right, so I just hopped out for a quick second because I've got a homestead marker, or possibly a homestead marker, down this road. So I'm just gonna walk down and have a look. But we don't have a whole lot of time, so whatever this is, we're not gonna spend much time looking at it, but I just wanna see if it's there. There we go, here's a good sign, chicken wire. So we're gonna cut in here, can, whole bunch of cans. It looks like there's a pile of cans coming up here. Well, this is a pretty easy one to figure out. Here's all the cans from the can dump here. That's where the structure was right there. So we're gonna take a real brief look at this. So we got the stove jack right there. And it looks to me like this was the frame to the house right here. Not very big, but enough for, you know, 1 or 2 people. You can see they had a hell of a view at the front of their property. Well, that was kind of fun to see, just something along the way. Just a little homestead out here. Kind of looks like all the other small homesteads. Simple, it worked. But let's get back in the Bronco because we have quite a few miles to go, and it's almost 1 o'clock and it gets dark at 4, so we need to make it to camp. All right, so we're coming up to the main purpose of this trip, and that was to find whatever this is at the end of the road. Now, I was here with my buddy Nate, and we were passing by here just looking for homesteads, and I had a marker, and we got about partway up this little spur road, and I said, it looks like it's occupied. Like it doesn't, I didn't get that close to it because it just felt wrong, but it's been bugging me ever since to figure out what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my way there, and look at it through some binoculars, and if I don't see any people around, we're gonna walk over and see exactly what this is. Well, it looks like it's abandoned, but from the road back there, it looks like someone was camping, but this is about the weirdest thing ever. Let's take a look around and see what exactly went on here. Not gonna lie, this is some pretty creepy shit in here. I feel like I'm gonna fall through the floor of this thing. Lots of rat poop. Well, let me grab the camera through the window there and we'll take a look through here. Cool little kitchen. Yeah, not much left of this place. Very interesting why this is out here. If anyone knows anything about this place, put it in the comments below. I'm gonna guess that there's where the bed was. Big old propane tank. Big old water tank. All right, so let's look at some of the drawings on the side of this tank, and this might help us date it a little bit, but that one there says Kelly M 8687. 08 on that one. Whatever this means. There's a 77 up there. What else we got? Here we go. Running Wells, Mary, Missy, Jennifer. Mary scratched out right there for some reason. 8/12/88. So there's that. And then there's one more thing we're going to look at right back there. And I don't know if there's like a debris pile around here or not, but I'll look around. I doubt it, but we'll look around just to make sure. But I bet you this is going to be their bathroom probably. Indeed, this is the Biffy. Not in too bad a shape, really. Well, there's the structure right there, and right over here is just looks to be their debris pile. Pretty sure there's something living in there because I just heard something move in there, so I'm not going to get any closer, but something has made that a home. All right, well, it looks like that's about everything there is to see here. Pretty cool little deal out here. If you know anything about this, put it in the comments below because I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I know some other people have filmed this before, but I don't remember what they said about it. But anywho, it is 2 o'clock, so we have about 2.5 hours before it gets dark, and we have a lot of miles to go before we get to where we're going to camp. So we are going to go ahead and take off. So far on this trip, we've gone here and all the way down to here, but we have to go all the way to here to get to camp. So I don't even know if we're going to make it before dark. It's 2 o'clock now. We need to be there by 4:30 to get there during the light. So I'm just going to focus straight ahead, and we are just going to absolutely haul ass as fast as we can to get across the desert to where that camp spot is. Ugh. If I start looking out the side windows, I'm going to stop and look at stuff. So we're just going to beeline it, and I'll see you guys when we start getting closer to camp. We made it to camp, and luckily no one's here. That's kind of the problem when you pick camp spots that have a name, you know, that a lot of times there'll be someone here, but I've never seen anyone here before. But it is a cool spot. It's one of my favorites. That wasn't there before. I don't know what the hell someone was trying to do there. Maybe someone forgot their tent or something, but whoever slept in that was probably a miserable night. So because it's actually daylight, which is nice for once, what I'm going to do is set up the tent here, and then I'm going to take a shower from the neck up and find something for dinner. Well, this shower is going to suck because there's actually still ice chunks inside the bag here. So this is going to be one cold shower, but got to do it. So here we go. Oh, God. Freaking hurts. I just want to get this done as quickly as possible. These are the moments when you wish you had an RV. But I'm not going to lie. It is refreshing. All right, that was the hard part. That's done. Now let's get camp set up and eat some food. So when I say I'm gonna set up camp, all that really means is I'm putting up my rooftop tent, throwing my bedding and my electric throw up there and my heater up there, and that's it. I've never actually showed you guys what I do up here in the tent to get set up, so I'm gonna show you right now. Sorry if the lighting's bad, but so what I have here is my throw, which plugs into my power supply over there in the corner, and my sleeping bag goes in the middle. And then I hang this heater from here, and then to warm my tent up in the morning and the evening, and my bag just sits right along here. So for dinner tonight, we're gonna do soft tacos. And what I'm gonna do is, I have a couple of tortillas here, and then I have a Mountain House chicken fajita bowl. Now, the reason why I'm using the Mountain House is because I don't like to prep food in camp, so I don't like to chop everything up. And because you look at the ingredients, it's with chicken. It's chicken with rice, black beans, corn, 5 roasted peppers, and onions. Now, I don't feel like making all that stuff, so I just get one of these and I put it inside these guys, and I have 2 nice soft tacos, and it's really tasty and filling. You know, this Jetboil boils water in probably about no more than about 4 minutes, so pretty good deal. So we're gonna dump that in here and let this rehydrate. So while our food's rehydrating, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a 360 view of this camp spot. And why I choose it is because I love the view. Is absolutely beautiful here. This is right where the tree line begins, and then back here is the complete and total open desert. So that's where we came from. It's just a beautiful spot, and there's never anybody here. All right, so our ingredients are all rehydrated, so we're gonna go ahead and put these things together. And I actually have Taco Bell packets with some mild hot sauce. So instead of using Frank's, we're going to use some Taco Bell sauce on top. All right, it may not look like much to you, but when you're out here and it's cold and you've been exploring all day and I haven't eaten all day, this is a nice meal. All right, so it's kind of nice being here a little bit earlier. It's starting to get dark. What I'm going to do is just finish up my meal here. I'm going to go for a hike just to kind of work off those calories a little bit. And then I'll probably catch up with you guys again when we climb up in the tent for bedtime. All right, everybody, so it's about 8:30 at night, and I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I have the Cupid heater going, so it's nice and warm up here, and I got my electric throw inside the sleeping bag, so I'm going to be plenty warm tonight, even though it's in the teens, so it's super cold out. But I'm going to go ahead and go to bed, and hopefully we'll have a good night, and we'll see you in the morning for breakfast. All right, good morning, everyone. It's 7:30, and it's about, I think it's probably about 18 degrees last night, probably a little less, but everything's frozen outside. But there is some ice on the inside of the tent, which I'm just kind of waiting to dry out a little bit. But so as soon as that happens, we're going to get down and kind of go from there this morning. All right, everybody, well, it's bitterly cold out here. Everything's frozen solid, so I need to go home and open everything up and dry everything. I'm gonna get in the heater in the Bronco and make the long drive back to Portland area. I don't live in Portland. I just want to confirm that because I'm not a big Portland guy, but I live outside of Portland, metro area. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the 4-hour drive back to Sherwood, and I appreciate you guys coming along for the trip. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Bronco content, and we will see you next time.